My name's Tammy Hogan, and I have 8 children. Yeah, of my 8 children, 5 of them live at home right now. I use Thrive every day. Probably almost every meal every day, I'll put a little Thrive in. I make my children's lunch every day for school, and you can put in a little bag of freeze-dried fruit or some yogurt bites, and then the only problem they have is all their friends eat their lunch for them because they think it's just the best thing ever. Well, as a consultant, I thought, people always say, does it really save you any money? And I thought, yeah, it does. And then I thought, well, if I'm going to tell people that, I really ought to know. And if I'm throwing out numbers of how much you can save, I probably ought to find out for myself, really, how much can you save? So I started tracking, and I've always tracked my books. And so I went back for the past 3 years before I even started doing Thrive. And then I pulled the numbers off my budget, put it on an Excel spreadsheet on a monthly format, and then totaled up the year. Every single month I had savings. Some you have more savings than others, but when I calculate my savings now at the grocery store compared to what I spent at the grocery store before I started using Thrive, I get about a 24% savings. I think where I save my most money is on fresh fruits and vegetables. I don't have to run to the store. I have whatever I need already in my home store, so I'm not buying the extra chocolate or the extra soda pop or the extra things that are on the aisle that are a good deal, and then I end up throwing them away because I never really did get around to using them. Also, I'm not throwing away the spinach that's gone bad or the mushrooms. That saves me gas money. It saves me from buying extra things that I really don't need and will end up throwing away or eating them and gaining pounds. This is my Thrive storage in my kitchen. Some of the things I like the most, the sauces I love, the vegetables and meats and fruits. My favorite things, I actually have bought containers. This fits exactly one number 10 can. So those things that I really use a lot of and always want to buy in a number 10 can, I'll repackage into these boxes because they stack nicely in my pantry. So with that 24% savings, we haven't done anything grandiose with it, but we've been able to help our normal family budget out with it. And that extra money that we've saved has allowed us to let our kids continue on with the things that they like to do. I have 2 daughters that love to play soccer, Tamlin and Kenzie, and with the extra money that I was able to save in my grocery budget by using Thrive, we were able to pay for them to play soccer. We went to a soccer tournament out of state earlier this year, and that was a lot of fun.
Think we embarrassed her in front of her friends?
Yes, you totally embarrassed her.
Awesome.
After using Thrive and being able to see the savings that I've been able to have in our own family budget, I will always have a Thrive home store.